Lucas Haneman here. Welcome to this week's episode of Guitar Tone Tuesday. And a huge shout out this week to all of you guys. Thanks to you in YouTube land, we have reached a small but pleasant landmark here on YouTube. The channel now has 500 subscribers, so it means so much. It warms my heart. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to the channel. Let's keep those likes, shares, and subscribes coming. Okay, so this guitar is a Reverend Greg Koch signature Telecaster style guitar that I am grateful to have around the house this week, thanks to my friend Arthur. Hello, Arthur. Thank you for lending this to me. It means a lot. This guitar is made in South Korea by the Reverend Guitar Company, and it is obviously a signature model for Greg Koch. Now, Greg Koch is a famous YouTube personality in addition to being a mind-blowing guitar player, just amazing. Greg has been around since 1966. He's from the Midwest in the United States. He is just a force on the guitar. Amazing, amazing guitar player. And to give you guys a bit of history, he had a bit of a history with Fender guitars. He was definitely a big fan of Telecasters, and he even did some work with Fender as a company. But for whatever reason, signature model wasn't kind of getting off the ground with them. And he turned to Reverend, and they came out with this beautiful beast right here. Now, let's talk a little bit about one defining feature on this guitar, and it's the pickups. About 8 years ago, Greg got a call from Larry Fishman from Fishman Pickups, and Larry said to Greg that they were making these noiseless pickups for electric guitars, and they wanted Greg to, you know, provide his input, all that kind of stuff on the pickups. And that turned into a signature series of pickups called the Gristle-Tone pickups. Now, that's the pickups that are in this guitar right here. Now, these pickups are active pickups. They're completely noiseless, and you charge them up with a little port. You probably can't really see it. Right here next to the jack on the guitar. Basically, what you do is you plug your guitar into the wall, like an iPhone or whatever, something like that, for about an hour and a half, and you get 200 hours of plugged-in playing time. So that's pretty impressive. And, you know, something that you don't really have to worry about too much. You know, it's a lithium-ion battery in here, and I'm definitely one who likes innovation. So let's hear the guitar, and then we're going to talk about some more of the features. Okay, so let's go for a clean sound. I'm plugged into my Vintage Sound Vintage 20 Princeton Reverb style amp, and I'm going to have to go through the controls here twice because there's two modes of operation. I'm going to start off in what we would call the white guard sound. So I'm going to suppress this little switch right here in the middle of the guitar, and we're going to get a bit of a lower output, more kind of jangly 1960s style Telecaster sound to start. So here's the neck pickup with that setting. Nice bright sound there. It definitely sounds good. Doesn't sound squishy like some humbucker pickups do. It definitely sounds like a true single coil, I would say, for sure. Let's hear both pickups together. Really bright sound there. Sounds really, really nice, really funky. Let's go to the bridge pickup now. Let's go back to the neck pickup again, but I'm going to suppress this little button here. I'm going to turn down the volume just a little bit, just to make sure we don't peak. And let's hear that. So you can hear it's got more bass. Here's the again with the switch out, and now with the switch in. It's definitely a very bassy, warm sound. You could even play jazz with that if you roll back your tone control a bit. Sounds very nice. The tone control, by the way, is very active. It sounds really good. Let's hear both pickups together. It's a different sound. It's a bit bassier now with that switch in. Now let's hear the bridge pickup as well. Sounds great, you know. Both settings sound really, really good. Almost like having two completely different sets of pickups. It's really, really nice. Okay, let's talk about a couple more features of this guitar. This guitar is made in South Korea, but it doesn't matter. It just sounds great. It's a really, really fantastic instrument for the money you spend. We have a Carina body, so that's something that, you know, Gibson was definitely well known for, like the Flying V guitar and the Modern, and some of those guitars from the late 1950s featured Carina. It's a quite lightweight guitar. I'd say it's a little bit over 7 pounds, maybe 7.5, but it's very comfortable. I would say kind of a medium to lightweight guitar. We have this raised center bit here, which is kind of a nod to a couple Gibson guitars as well. It's something that actually Reverend does, though, on lots of their guitars. If you guys have followed my channel for a while, you might have seen the review I did on the Reverend Warhawk, which also had this raised center section here. That's about it. Aside from the neck is a roasted maple neck with a compound radius, so we have 9.5 inches to 14 inches, and the action is very low on this guitar. If it was my guitar, I would probably raise it up a little bit, but it definitely sounds amazing. Now here's the true question: how do these pickups compare to regular 60 cycle inducing, you know, single coil pickups? So let's do that. I've got a similar guitar here. This is a G&L parts caster guitar. Basically, it's a G&L for all intents and purposes. It's got G&L MFD pickups, and it even has binding, just like the Greg Koch signature guitar. It's a little bit smaller, as you can see. The Reverend is a bit of a larger guitar, but this one is more of a normal-sized Telecaster. But I've created the loop, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play over the loop with this guitar, and I'm going to switch back to the Greg Koch signature so we can compare the sound of the two instruments. So here we go. Starting off on this G&L. With overdrive. Now let's switch back to the Gristlemaster guitar. Overdrive. Okay, guys, so in the comment section below, please let me know, have you tried one of these Reverend Gristle-Master guitars? If so, what was your experience like? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Also, let me know, did you prefer the regular single coil pickups, or did you prefer these Fishman Fluence pickups? That's it for this week. We will see you guys and girls again next Tuesday.